Hello music listeners, underground enthusiasts, and people who do not put their shopping carts back. The day of reckoning will come. It's another week and another batch of songs that I have picked fresh from the music tree to deliver unto you to nourish your sweet ear holes. Let's get into it. Starting the list off, we have Teenage Disaster, and after the 10-month break from It's Alive, a stylish goth rock track that ended up on my end of the year list, I really liked it a lot. I've been pretty excited to hear what Teenage Disaster has been working on, has been up to, given that I believe that he is one of the most interesting artists coming out of his scene. And sorry for being me, definitely takes a different route thematically and sonically, trading out punk and hip-hop inspired horrorcore love songs for a dejected and introspective shoegaze sound. His wispy singing at the beginning, paired with lyrics that kind of point a mirror back at himself, the song feels focused, coming from maybe a more mature perspective, being able to sort of look at things from the outside in. It's stylish and it's dramatic, showing off an invigorated performance with some really powerful notes detailing this sort of apologetic deprecation over harsh guitars. It's a great sound for him, and I'm excited to see where he takes it. This is definitely exciting. And then up next we have Mercykill with Rat Bastard. The production of the track is sort of fueled by this droning ambience, which isn't necessarily surprising for Mercykill, but it's definitely welcome. It certainly sets an uncanny and eerie tone for the atmosphere of the song. With his past couple songs, I feel like we heard a bit of a tonal shift where Mercykill is being more emotionally introspective than brashly confident, but on this track I feel like it's almost a blend of both. The blown out percussion and the heavily saturated vocals complement the persistently screamed lyrics with this repetitive and ear-catching hook. It's very memorable, and the writing is confident and hard-hitting, but also sort of injects a bit of nuance into the seemingly unwavering intensity of the song. It's a good entry in his discography and also a good showcase for his capabilities not only as a rapper but as a producer. It's harsh, it's emotional, it's confident, it's got everything that makes a Mercykill song good. Then up next we have nicopatty with Awake featuring Deet. The song is a sparkly and candy-coated plug-and beat track full of intoxicating synth leads, snappy percussion, and sleepy vocal melodies. It's a very sweet song. It's a great performance from both Nico and Deet, with Nico taking the route of ethereal falsettos and pretty harmonies, and Deet giving a more grounded delivery with a crisp vocal mix to contrast Nico's up-in-the-cloud sound. Nico's production is pretty noteworthy as well, not necessarily due to any strong sense of innovation, but rather just how effective it is in the sound, as the dampened synths are wide and surround the entire mix. The engineering around the vocals helps establish a very warm and fun environment. It's definitely a song meant for some good stereo space. Overall, it's generally a sweet and trancy track with a lot of room to get lost in and enjoy the intricate layers and sort of glossy sound of everything. Then up next we have Reef with Jodeci. The song kicks off with a pretty harsh metallic sound playing into a lot of the style that we've discussed on here recently, where the production sort of forgoes these articulate and defined melodies in favor of a brash rattle of deep synths and rumbling bass. I feel like as we progress, people continue to define and refine this sound pretty well. And I think that Reef has done just that. On the song, Reef manages to mold the textured 808s and the foggy synths into whatever form is deemed necessary, crooning gentle melodies and rapping accented bars, bringing in whatever delivery is, like I said, needed for that section of the writing. It's a cool sound, feeling cinematic and grand in some parts, adhering to more conventional elements of like an inspiring pop sound, but in other areas kind of letting the track get a bit more experimental, although every part of it is fairly safe in terms of accessibility. The vocals are clean and very stunning. They're very pretty to listen to, the production is inventive and fun, and the writing is vivid and heartfelt. If you want a moody banger, this is the song to go to. Then we have Hostile from VITO. I feel like every week I accidentally set a theme, which is probably me just listening to similar songs because I'm in a certain mood, fucking imagine that. But Hostile also has the same qualities of some of the songs that we've talked about this week. It's a heavily saturated and staticky alternative track, mainly driven by oppressive 808s and thick processed vocal mixes. And although I've criticized this style and mixing approach in the past, I do feel like VITO finds a good balance between the heavy vocal processing and something to ground the performance as well. It's a heavy and powerful track, giving some room to breathe and bassy breakdowns and melancholic guitar sections. Instrumentally, the song gives more and more and more as you continue to listen to it, almost blossoming backwards in a way, starting as a heavy in-your-face bounce and then finding its final form in the shape of some somber soft rock. The writing is desperate and pleading, the delivery matches the tone. I like it. Then up next we got Leahan with Bats. This is a sentimental and rough around the edges folk track defined by high background vocals, very personal lyrics, and a playful delivery. The track has some of the best songwriting of the week, I would say, detailing vivid depictions of the sounds and sights of nature, nostalgia-fueled conversations, tongue-in-cheek self-awareness as well. As I said, it's a pretty playful track, especially as the song progresses, becoming increasingly self-referential, questioning the integrity of the song itself as it persists into its sappy infatuation with mundanity insanity. The guitar work is ragged and folky mixed into a comfortable warmth. It sounds pretty amazing. The vocal delivery is also pretty played up. It's conversational, but it's also very exaggerated. Like I said, it's very sappy and heartfelt, but given the nature of the song, I would argue that it's more than appropriate to take this approach. I don't know, the song just hits all the marks. I don't know. Song just hits all the marks for me. Then we have Landmine from Torva, and the song's featuring Casperrr. This is another acoustically driven song, but this time we have a bit more of a cleaner, more technical approach to the sound. The guitar is straightforward, but it's also warm and well mixed, primarily remaining stripped back to give Torva and Casperrr some room to croon and sing and shout, whatever's necessary. Torva's relaxed delivery and gentle singing is deceptive because this chorus is a fucking banger. It's incredibly catchy and instantly memorable. I feel like I knew the lyrics and the melodies of the hook pretty much after one listen. It's a bit of a tired track emotionally and sonically, but it does retain texture and stay pretty dynamic, especially with the inclusion of Casperrr, because I do feel like Casperrr breathes some energy into it that breaks up the tone of the track a little bit, creating a very nice contrast between verses. It's a glossier mix with a higher energy delivery, taking a more strained vocal approach, and it's a pretty great compliment to everything. It's a good, well-rounded folk pop track, good performance from both artists here. I think Torva absolutely kills it with the writing. It's a lot of fun. And then we're gonna end the week with Shizukesa with Hubris. The song is a bit deceptive at first. It kind of sounds like it'll be a sparkly plug and B track, but when Shizukesa's vocals come in, it becomes apparent that it's a bit more of a straightforward emo rap track, a little bit of hip hop inspiration as well. Shizu's slightly slurred and slightly angry delivery is a pretty good tone to push against the rising sparkle of the melodies, with a rolling flow that is equal parts accusatory, lovey, and emotional. As a result, these parts help loosen up the structure of the track a little bit and create a bit more of a stream of consciousness feel, which I think is good and beneficial to the song, playing into the advantages of it. It feels honest and in a way, I guess, emotionally spontaneous in that regard. It feels like a pretty good embodiment of the ethos that has fueled underground rap, especially in the SoundCloud emo scene over the past couple years. It is honest and charmingly rough. I'm a big fan of this one. And that's going to do it for this week's list of songs I've listened to that I think worth listening to, that I think you should listen to, and then afterwards get back to me on what you think about the songs that we have now collectively listened to together. Catch me in the next video where I talk about why your producer tag sucks. Bye.